People. Que pasa, sakpa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. First thing that is popping in the news, it is called Keep Your Bad Broken Picnic in Check. Keep them on a leash, or else the fact that you did not spend the time to discipline your child, that child will come back and haunt you. That child will come back and hurt you, hurt other people, hurt other students, teachers, rete, lele, blue, blah, bling. Now, people, there was a video circulating over social media in a jam rock. We saw one little boy at the school with all sorts of big stone, and him a fling the big stone them in the class upon some sorts of teacher, some sorts of students. We hear the father did an interview on my thing, and people, here is the thing. Generally speaking, there are isolated incidents. When you pick the band, pick the fella where them see. If you home train them, just like you get a little puppy, you bring him in a house, you carry him outside at a certain time, and him go S-H-I-T in the yard. If you don't do that, him go S-H-I-T up the yard. However, if you train him from him small, then him go know better. He is going to do better. Unless, of course, when him want go, you're there at work, you're busy. So therefore, him have no choice. Him go S-H-I-T in your yard, in your house. Same thing with picnic when you don't discipline them. So, I am going to tell you about an incident that occurred in a Merrimaca. Much more extreme than what this little boy do. This boy was 8-year-old with little stone throwing incident. In this case, this boy is 10-year-old. His mother is 44-year-old. Based on the information, it is said that this 10-year-old pie up his mother, and the mother D-E-A-D. When the pawpaw come on the scene, and the pawpaw asks, "Why did you take out your mother like that, little boy?" The little boy say, him never meant for pie her up. Him aim for the wall, and she walk in front of the wall. Now, people, this little boy, 10-year-old. So we have to ask the question, where him get the G-U-N first thing? If you have any sorts of G-U-N and you have any sorts of picnic, especially when this picnic is a monster like that the picnic there, shouldn't you have that tool in some sorts of case? Some sorts of vault, some sorts of chis, some sorts of child protection lock on the trigger. So therefore, this little boy don't get carried away and take away his mama to the far away land. However, we see say it kind of too late now. When the pawpaw ask again and talk to him sister, the sister say, "You know, say little Johnny, are from him small. Johnny never too good. Johnny always bad. Johnny always get trouble. Johnny nah take no sorts of talk." So therefore, we see where it end up that Johnny take away his mother. When the pawpaw or the report say, what was the motive? What could lead him to be that angry that him pick up some sorts of tool, whether the tool legal or illegal, and pie up his mother? He wanted some sort of virtual headset for order from Amazon, and the mother would not oblige. The mother declined or denied his request. So therefore, him get angry. And him pie off of the wall, so him claim and it hit the mother. We know that that is not true. Me never did it. You never did it. But common sense tell we say, this little boy was in all sorts of R-A-G-E. Now, people, what is even worse? Based on the report, it is said that the boy asked the day after if Amazon deliver him virtual headset yet. So therefore, him not care about the mother. All him care say is that him get him own way. And people, that is what happens when you have picnic and you don't treat them right. When not treat them right, you don't discipline them. When you KICK them up instead of bring them up, make them practice the right thing, discipline them, they become a menace to society. These are the kids that are out there with all sorts of anger management problem. These are the type of picnic we're out there because they are so distracted by them badness. When good people who discipline them picnic, work hard for them picnic and send them go to school, and them sort of picnic end up a fling big stone, end up carry all sorts of GUNS to school, end up when you see all sorts of MASS, SHOOTINGS all over the place, it is because them never brought them straight from the start. It is because it is the trickle or the domino effect of bad parenting skills. Create bad menace to society, criminal-minded picnic, point blank and period. Now the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called the Don of the 610 gang was taken out at about 6:10. He was sent 6 feet 6. This happened on Friday. Based on the information, it is said that the Popo from Kingston Central, they are scrambling to prevent all sorts of reprisal. Based on the information, it is said that on Thursday, a man lost his life. That man's name is Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown was taken away by a hail of bullets. It is said that the Don, whose name is Mr. Kemar Patterson, he was taken away by a group of men in the vicinity of Nugent Lane and Kensington Avenue. It is said that some people on foot roll up on him, run him down, GUN him down. Based on the information, Mr. Patterson was incarcerated for about 5 years or so. He was recently released. However, if I was him and he knew what I know, or he knew what would have happened, I am sure that he would have spent the rest of his life behind those prison walls where he would have been safer. He felt as if now that he bought the system, beat the case, bust the case, everything is back to square one. What he did not know is just like him, is Cumberland's his partner. Everybody is for self. It is a dog-eat-dog world in the gangsterism. Every man for himself. It is a CUT throat world. So therefore, there is always going to be a hostile takeover. Whenever you put a group of people with no sorts of sense, fully dunce, no sorts of conscience, no sorts of hearts, that is always drawing all sorts of card, using all sorts of craft, what do you think is going to happen? Then again, Mr. Kamar Patterson is just like most people. Even though they know that the odds are against them, them are going to still try until them luck run out, and that is the case for Mr. Patterson. Now the Popo them all over the place because them know what is coming next. Them read the notice board. Them know exactly the type of mentality that these people have. So therefore, they are now roaming the street in a Kingston Central, trying to prevent something that is inevitable. That inevitable thing is called reprisal. It will never stop. It is like a revolving door. it is always an eye for an eye, tooth for tooth. If them can't catch Quaco, them are going to catch him short. Sooner or later. Point blank and period. Now the next thing that is popping in the news, we see that the taxi men, mostly in Kingston, they are planning to strike again. Now people, we saw that the last time they strike, it almost crippled Jamaica. Picnic couldn't go to school, people can't go to work, rate, lele, blue, blah, bling. Pretty much, they must say, the government is not giving them any sorts of talk. Now them realize that the government is not obligated because they are the ones that created this problem for themselves. And the truth is they are a set of nuisance. Most of them big up to the good taxi man out there. However, majority ain't SHIT. Now there's a spokesman for a group that represents the taxi men. It's called the One Voice Movement. The director, he said, listen, them a try contact the government, transport minister, whoever relevant authority. However, they are not getting back to them. They are holding steadfast on allowing that amnesty, payment amnesty. This is this man's logic when he tried to explain why these taximen that are out there creating all sorts of beers on the road, causing a whole lot of people to lose them life. People get hurt, lose limb, rate, lele. He said that when him check the stock, if you owe JPS and you're going at JPS, them give you a payment plan. If you owe Water Commission, same thing. If you owe the public sector or the tax office for pay any sorts of taxes, they will make arrangement for you to pay. So why is it that the government don't want to make arrangement for the taximen to pay? And people, I know say sometimes a whole heap of people never go to school, and even if them go to school, them never really listen. Them have other things on their mind. So let me explain the difference to you, sir, Mr. Director of the One Voice Movement. Whenever you don't pay a bill, it is a default on the bill. It is not considered a crime. It might be a civil problem. That means you owe somebody for some sorts of service render. However, it is not criminal. When these taximen, when the last amnesty was given, some of them have tens, some of them have hundreds, some of them have thousands of tickets. Them never pay then. Them never make an arrangement. I am speaking in general because I know that there are some that did. However, the majority did not. Now, when them realize that, listen, things are about to change, story come to bump, there is going to be a clampdown with this new traffic act. And whoever did not pay is going to pay by going directly to jail. Don't pass go, don't collect no $200. So therefore, now them bummy. So whenever you got a chance before and you did not take advantage of that chance, I understand that sometimes people don't have the money. Life hard, economy hard, especially the big C situation that we're just overcoming. I understand all of that. However, when we talk about the attitude and the mindset of most of these people that you are going on a limb for, that don't give a GODDAMN about any sorts of rule, law, and traffic act, them never care then. So my point is this, sir, and the people that you're representing. You give chance to people that deserve it, not the people that don't deserve it. How is the government of Jamaica going to know who deserve it? Especially when you look at what is going on the road, especially with the track record of most of these people repeat, report. They are the same set of people that is doing most of the FUCKARY on the road. So therefore, why would the government be so inclined to oblige to give you a second chance to make a first impression? Well, not a first. You got a chance before and you never do nothing. Them people that don't want to pay. Them want to drive bad, but them don't want to pay. Which type of life? This could only happen in Jamaica. Let me tell you something. If you're in America and you get a ticket to Florida and you drive go way west for California, if you don't pay that ticket there, in Florida, when you go to California and get pulled over, if there's a warrant out for you, them people will take you out of your car and lock you up until you pay. Until the people in Florida say, all right, release them, we get the money. So therefore, why doesn't that apply to Jamaica? And it does not apply to Jamaica because people are taking money under the table. OC, aka bribery. Corruption. You do not hustle when everything is tranquil, when everything is not chaotic. However, when you don't have any sorts of corruption, however, when you have corruption, there is all sorts of hustle. Police officers that are willing to turn a blind eye and take money from owner. However, when the paperwork and the system is working like it is supposed to be working, like how it works in America and any other civil and civilized society, Jamaica not included, then una start scream because you know exactly what is coming. Now you have to pay the piper and you never paid the piper before. So therefore, all of that bill accumulated that you, not you yourself, Mr. Voiceman, may I talk about the people that you're trying to represent. They do not, most of them do not deserve it. So therefore, if the government not talk to you, him not supposed to talk to you. Because una not no discipline, una never used to take talk before. So how now una want to be nice and talk about una change? You show anybody say una change? Look where I go on the road even today. Una create most of the problem, so therefore get rid of the problem, get rid of the pestilence, Began and pyro them, point blank and period.